Hello there, this session was streamed on Twitch. Thank you for watching. Hello there, we are back where we left off. We have just returned to Rome. And the goal here is very simple. Now that we have returned to Rome, we are going to talk to everyone and pick up some new quests. Start the next quest part, I guess. I can't actually... Oh, there we go. We're just late. I was about to say I can't open my inventory, but we do have some skills that need to be handed out. So we'll just do that first. We'll be able to pop up. And we'll see how this pans out. So, for Daenerys, do we want to... Already has a lot of Vanguard skills. I guess unlocking Taunt wouldn't be the worst idea we have. This is going to be the secondary medic, I believe was the plan, so... Let's focus down medic, focus down flag bearer, basically support and healing. And for this guy, another Taunt. He actually leveled up twice, impressively enough. So we need to do 2 more skill points to get Avenger and Bull Rush. We had a lot of people, you know, getting incapacitated last time, so it's not a super good perk, but it's not bad either. Knockdown is also really nice to have, so might as well pick that up. It's cheap, it's nice, no reason not to get it. You have 1 point to use. We don't really need Shiv. It's a focus skill though, which is nice. I could make you, unarmed, just for fun, to see how that works out. I assume this will work out pretty well early game. Probably not as well late game. But, could definitely work. Let's go with Sneak Attack. It generates focus, and it's another skill that we have on the other bar. Now, before we continue, I just need to quickly check something. Okay, never mind. We're going to, as I said, talk to people here, see if they have something to
wanted
share.
to come to Rome for so long. I am almost nervous now.
Daenerys, when we picked her up, she didn't want to go home after she was taken slave. She wanted to go to Rome. It's a splendid sight. I'm sure you'll love it. There's no place like Rome in the whole world. I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a city like any other, just bigger. We'll be kind here.
That is what everyone says. Now I get to see it for myself. I'll let you know if I agree.
Apparently, I
You
didn't
are
spend
happy
all
to
my
be
skill
home?
points. I'm happy I'll get to see my family again. They are what makes the city home. Back in the heart of the world, the center of all Mediterranean commerce, and the political capital of the Republic. Of course I am. To tell you the truth, I'll find it stifling. I will miss the adventure and the excitement of war. I guess I'll go with this one, but I have a sneaking suspicion that her family was killed when she was taken as a slave.
They will be quite happy to see you again, I bet. I have no place to stay, of course. I can stay in your home, maybe. Just for now.
Of course you can. My family villa is in need of defendable security. I'll be happy to let you stay at my villa for as long as you wish. You can live in my villa for a few months at least until you find a place of your own. It's best if you don't. My family's finances have been poor for some years. Another mouth to feed will put too great a strain on mother. We came home with a decent amount of money, my guys, so we'll go with 2 here.
That is generous. Thank you. I will try to find a place for myself, but it is good to know there is no rush.
Are you planning to stay in Rome in the long term?
We will see. Maybe I will hate it. Then I will have to go and find someplace else to be.
That's fair.
But I think I will want to stay. If I can find a place to live.
You might draw a lot of attention in Rome.
You think it will be bad? Maybe you can help me buy nice Roman stola. Then I will fit in. Right?
It might take a little bit more than that. Not many Roman women look like they could wrestle a bull into submission. I'm sure we can make you fit in with a little work. I guess... I don't know which one here would be good. Oh, we'll go with 2.
We will go shopping. It will be fun.
Rome loves gladiators. You can make a living in the arena.
Why would I want to keep fighting when I don't have to? Fighting is a necessity of life. It is not sport. I did not come to Rome to keep fighting.
That is fair. See what the others have to say.
Hey,
You look a bit weird. That's a weird way to start a conversation. Aren't you glad we're back? How do you like Asia? We'll go with 2.
Not really. I like it better out there.
Really, why? I get it, you're shy. The sweaty tents you share with 7 others, the makeshift bathing facilities, having to shit in a hole in the dirt. What's not to love? You're really laying it thick, eh? We'll go with why.
I don't know. People. There's a lot of people in Rome. I'm not a people person.
Fair enough. But you know, cheer up, Kalida. Aren't you excited about meeting your friends and family again? You know you don't have to do this. You can stay out here. Honestly, I'm interested in a little bit more information. We didn't get much, so we'll do this one.
That's exactly what I'm dreading.
Oh, okay. How did you like Asia?
We didn't get our guy, but we won the war. I'd celebrate that.
I do wish we had more against the Vitellius brothers. It's true we might have lost a lot more legionary if we'd gone for that galley. Yeah, but I do wish we had more against them. Like, doing the right thing by taking the supplies, but...
It'll work out. Your case is strong enough.
You look a bit weird.
Oh, thanks. Just what every girl
Yeah,
hopes to hear.
kind of what I expected.
I don't want to return. I don't even know where to go. This is the first time I'm back home.
Since what? You don't have a house, you're always welcome to stay with me in our villa if you need a place. I assume this is a romance option, which could be interesting to test out in this game. But honestly, I have a feeling that what this is going to end by is me dragging every single, you know, team member, all of these guys back to our villa.
I appreciate that, but I'd better not.
That's fair.
I don't want to depend on someone else. I've seen how badly that can turn out. But I
Well-
appreciate the offer, really.
Will you have to pretend to be a man again while you're in Rome? Maybe I can help you get your own home back then? Is this an offer to basically buy her a house? Is that what I'm... Is that it? Am I being confused? Let's go with
Doubtful.
that one.
But I'll keep it in mind.
Vala. Let's see what the best
What
has
is
to
it,
say.
Tagati?
You seem discontent.
It is inaction that bothers me. Idleness corrodes the warrior's mind.
Life is not a series of battles. Cherish the quiet moments. There will always be war. This guy's basically full speed battle all the time. So you used to be a gladiator, right? Perhaps you can visit the arena and find someone to fight.
That is an excellent idea. No wonder you are the legatus.
Well, you like that idea. What will you do now? Is there someone waiting for you?
There was, but not in Rome. I had a sister once. Although sometimes I question my own
Oh yeah, that
sanity.
was a different side quest where
Did
we were
she
looking
truly
for
exist?
someone.
Or did I
Someone,
merely dream of her?
a girl he was looking for.
Aristocles teaches us that one may never truly know. We live chained inside a cave, staring at the shadows on a wall.
None can chain Bestia Tabat anymore. I will find out where my sister is.
We were looking for a sister. That was how it was. How did you come to be separated?
We were both sold as children. She fetched a higher price than I, for she was better in every way than I was.
I can wish him
I
good
do
luck,
not know what became of her.
or I can basically say that we can look for her together after the work with the Senate is done.
I shall consider your offer.
Thank you.
We shall help you find your sister, Bestia. Failing that, we shall prove her existence or the lack thereof.
He's looking out for his mental health. What do you think about the campaign?
You are a capable commander. Mercy is your weakness. Your enemies exist as long as they survive.
Okay, so he feels that I let too many people go. That's fair. I probably didn't kill as many people as I could. Let's just leave it at that. In some situations, you need an enemy alive to achieve a greater victory. I did make some mistakes. I will try to set aside my personal feelings next time. So, we'll be conciliatory with
Playing
them.
with your prey is good showmanship. But the longer your foe survives, the more chances he has to turn the tables.
The words of a gladiator. Take care of yourself, Bestia. I also have unspent skill points still. Who did I not? Oh, it's you. My bad. What do we want to skill you up in? Defender? Active skill. Negating status effects would be nice. Do we have anything, you know, better? Honestly, I don't think so. So, Could go with protect, which is good because he is, again, shield man. Helpful. We'll talk with the other two and then we'll go continue the main
Welcome
quest.
home, Domine.
Are you happy to be back?
More than happy. Although it was nice to be back in my homeland once again, I find it quite impossible to not miss Rome. All I need now is a change of clothes and a day trip to the library.
I'll see to it that you get whatever you need, old friend. There's no time to relax yet. We'll have to deal with the Senate first. Yeah, honestly, sorry, but we have to do this. We just came back from a war campaign, and you are basically the smartest among us.
Of course. I shall try to keep up with you, as always.
Thank you. What's the first thing you want to do?
To see your mother. I'm sure she's anxious to know we've arrived.
All in good time. Visiting her now might endanger her life. That is a good idea indeed. Do it discreetly though. Let me know if mother is doing well. So, I can't visit mother, but I guess he can. So we could try and have him sneak visit, although it is risky. We'll try.
I shall be cautious like a lizard. None shall be aware of my presence.
I hope you don't eat your words later. All in all, this campaign went well, I'd say.
You can claim to be your superior in matters of combat. You have proven yourself beyond the shadow of any doubt.
I just wish my father was here to witness it all. His approval would mean the world to me. Thank you, Sinrose. Coming for you, this means a lot. I'll go with that one.
You jest. But thank you nevertheless.
I'll see you later, Sinrose. Now what does Case have to say? Are you feeling well?
I always get this weird feeling when I'm back. Like I've left something of mine behind out there.
I don't know about you, but what I need right now is a warm bath. Did you forget to pack something? We'll go with one.
Now there's a thought. That masseuse from Lutetia. I wonder if she's still around. Brilliant idea, Legate.
This guy is basically booze cruise and relaxation when he's not on campaign. So this is it then. What will you do now?
You know what? For once, I'll do nothing. Nothing at all. And it will be glorious.
I need to get home. Sorry, I need to get my home back, but after that I might join you in your pursuit for nothing, my friend. You earn the right to rest. I'm for one eager to get to the next challenge. You deserve to rest, my friend. I wish I could take a break as well. I'd go with that one.
You worry too much. Loosen up. We're back home. We both earned the right to have some fun.
We did alright back in East, huh?
All things considered, I don't think we can complain. The war is won, and we are still alive.
I guess that is the most important part. I'll see you later. Now we can go and, I believe, say hi to the people. Before that, inventory. Oh, we stole his crown! Yes, all resistance stats are doubled. Armor cap and armor percentage. That's actually interesting. We might be able to do something with his crown down the line. Let's see. We need to talk to Vitus to disband our legion. And by
Lucullus and his victorious legion, welcome home.
Salve, Vitus. It is good to be home again. I'm looking forward to a nice bath and a flask of good Carthaginian wine. Maybe two.
May I humbly recommend Vipsanius Marcellus' new batch? People say it's heavenly.
Ah, your recommendations never fail to impress. Do address the legatus, though. This victory was of his doing more than mine.
My apologies, Legate. I neither know nor recognize you.
apology accepted. I am Octavius Lapius Flaccus. See to that you recognize me from now on. This had better be the last time you failed to address the victorious commander of the Asia campaign, Questo. That's the arrogant option for sure. The consul overstates my contribution. What I did for Rome, not for recognition. I feel like this is the middle three, so we'll go with that one.
I am sure you'll be remembered from now on. Now, let us conclude our business. The consul seems to attribute the success of this campaign to you, Legate. Thus it is your duty to formally disband the Legion and relinquish your weapons. Beyond this river lies the Pomerium, and not even a victorious imperator can cross it bearing arms.
What do you mean disband? This is our army. If we disband the Legion, our enemies will be able to attack us. I do understand. We will of course obey the rules. I shall do nothing of the sort. I've earned the right to carry these weapons. Basically, do I want to go the Caesar route right away? But we'll go with 2. I do understand. We will of course obey the rules.
Our laws are what separates us from animals. You have given up your command, but you have retained your virtue.
They've taken our
You can always
weapons,
get your
but we'll get them
command
back.
when Rome needs you again.
I feel a bit naked. You told me much, Patrona. I owe you everything. We'll go with that one.
Ah, you overstate my influence. It is easy to make a sharp sword out of good steel. The River Rubicon marks the sacred line where you stop being a warrior. It is time you learn how you may conquer a more civilized battleground. We shall meet at my villa in 2 nights. There are people I want you to meet prior to the Senate hearing. We must get your villa back somehow. Do not worry about your favorite gladius. Your war gear will be kept safely in my summer villa outside the city.
Okay, so while we're in Rome, we have no weapons, so actually having a couple people train in unarmed combat might be good. You know,
I hope you're
in case we get
hungry,
attacked
Domine.
in the city.
Lucullus is known for his lavish feasts. Do not eat anything until I've tasted it first. I wouldn't put it past the Vitellius brothers to poison this entire party just to get you and Lucullus.
What are we doing here? Should we prepare ourselves for the Senate hearing?
I am sure Dominus Lucullus has a reason and a plan. I would play along. My
Agreed.
personal mission tonight is to taste each and every single dish. You may have to roll me home.
He isn't here for poison testing, he's here for, you know, a tasting. Who's in attendance tonight?
I see that Tullius Cicero and Porcius Cato are both here tonight. They are highly esteemed senators of the Optimatus faction.
I wish I had some kind of weapon on me. The famous advocate,
The
Cicero's?
very same. He is an orator of unmatched skill. He was trained in Greece, you know.
I have a feeling that we're going to use him as our, you know, voice during said Senate trial. I wish I had some kind of weapon on me.
To what end? A blade would not help against poison.
That's fair. Alright, I'm going in, wish me
May
luck.
Fortuna smile on you, Domine. I'll be here if you need me.
Let's see what our goals are.
Right on time, just like a proper legatus. Welcome, son. After this long and arduous campaign, a feast is all you need.
Shouldn't we prepare for the Senate? I'd rather get my will back and have a feast there. Who are these people? Anything specific I should do? Honestly, 2 and 4 are the interesting ones. Shouldn't we be preparing for the Senate and anything specific I should do? We'll go with 2 first.
We should, and we are. This is our preparation.
As I
The
expected.
guests in this party were not randomly chosen. Our success largely depends on your conduct tonight.
Okay, so if I behave and, you know, make connections, we might do well. Anything specific I should do?
I think not. Just be your charming self and try to win them over. And please relax. You have defeated an army of rebel pirates.
At least I
This
could.
is a simple dinner party.
At least I could stab the pirates to death. You're right as always. We're gonna go with that
Of
one.
course I am. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Let's get a feel for who these people are. Who are these
Well,
people?
You know Marcus Minucius Thermus. He's still thankful for your timely assistance and the saving of his life. You probably remember Marcus Aurelius Cotta as well. He seems to have brought his siblings, Lucius and Aurelia Cotta. The gentleman in the corner is Marcus Tullius Cicero. Making his acquaintance should prove to be very useful for you. I plan for him to become your advocate tomorrow. Last but not least, I've also invited Marcus Porcius Cato, who may or may not represent you as well. You see why it was important for you to be here.
I do. I still want to see what this does, though. It's not important for this, but I feel like I should ask. I'd rather get my villa back and have a feast there.
All in due time, all in due time. Now, divert your attention to our guests. This is more important than you think.
I shall go and mingle.
Be sure to join us at the table before you leave. I'd like to introduce you to Cato myself. And smile. And do not walk like you have just swallowed a measuring pole.
Okay, mother. Let's see, is there anyone I can chat to here?
I haven't received an invitation yet. Did you know that here truly as far as...
This might be the last chance to go.
Let's talk to
They're going to ban
Termius.
Ah, it's
Or
good to
Thermos.
see you again. Have some wine.
You look good, Thermos. Have you recovered
My
yet?
leg still hurts every now and then, and all this rain isn't helping. That is nothing compared to what could have been. You have my eternal gratitude.
I will hold you to your word.
Farus doesn't stand a chance.
What am I hearing? Your gratitude is unnecessary. I was simply performing my duty. It was the least I could do to save a commanding officer. There's still a lot I can learn from you. Or still keep going and be kind of humble right here.
Much appreciated. But I am eager to return to my propraetorship in Asia. With any luck, Rome will never have need of me again.
Do you have any opinions on my impending Senate hearing?
It is pretty much out of my hands. I'd follow your Patronus's lead. Lucullus is a smart man who usually has a few backup plans. Even without solid evidence, he will be able to put you into an advantageous position. Nevertheless, I would advise caution. Vitellius Scaevola, and especially his brother Lurco, are ruthless and cunning. Expect the unexpected.
Do you know all these people?
Only those who matter. Be careful around Cotta. He's still reeling somewhat from the damage that was done to his pride.
He has nothing to blame but his own failure. His pride, we saved his life. Both of these aren't too good, honestly, but we'll go with
To a
two.
man like
We
Cotta,
saved his life.
an honorable death would have been preferable to a humiliating near
That's
miss.
also fair. I'll leave you to your wine. Can I chat with Cotta before I do my introduction? Probably not, but we'll go and have a look.
I was surprised
Does
Crassus
seem
offered
like
to pay
it,
for the whole
so
campaign himself.
we might
He's
get
desperate
in
for
trouble.
a military victory.
Is Pompeius Magnus...
Of course. The savior of the legions, Lucullus Wonder Kid. I knew you would be here.
Your powers of divination truly have no equal. That sounds like high levels of sarcasm. Salve, I can leave this as a private conversation. Let's be kind to him.
Nonsense. It's a party after all. What would be the purpose of these gatherings if we refrained from conversation? I am Aurelia Cotta. Marcus and Lucius are my brothers. It's wonderful to meet you, Legate. We were just talking about you anyway.
Of course we were.
Are you speaking of me in good terms, I hope? You seem confrontational, Marcus. Did I do something to draw your ire? So how about the weather these days? A bit bleak, isn't it? We'll go with one here. Again, it seems like we are incurring wrath with one of the consuls, which wouldn't be good.
We were discussing how you saved my brother's life and became the hero of the Asia campaign.
I can't really take the full credit here. Colors was my guy in the mental. I must have played the right place at the right time. Everyone knows the value of a great leader like Cotta. It would have been a crime not to save him. For someone with high pride, this could, you know, come across as pity. And this could also come across as arrogance, so... Also, Lucullus is his, you know, I might be thinking way too much into this too, that's the thing. It's co-consul. We'll go with two
Yet
here.
my son Gaius was not valuable enough to be saved.
Oh, that's not what I said, no. Gaius died. The story. You're Gaius' mother, though I knew him only briefly, I consider him a friend. His death pains me, but there was nothing I could do. That is not what I said. Gaius was a great man who seemed destined to accomplish great things, such as nature and war. It will keep taking valuable lives. One's value is proven by one's ability to survive, so evidently wasn't. That's rude. Value is irrelevant here. I tried to save him as well, but sometimes things just don't work out. Yeah, we'll try and go with two.
Indeed. It almost took Marcus's life too. Thank you for saving at least one of the people I deeply care about.
When he died, we got his sword, so we'll show her the broken sword. I brought this home after your son died. It's the blade of a sword, and we'll give it to her.
Oh, it's broken. This sword was my father's. It was called Crocair Morse. You were friends with him, weren't you? However briefly. Why don't you keep it? I think I still have the old schematics for it. I'll have a servant bring them to your villa tomorrow.
Okay, we now can reforge the sword. That could be interesting. Let's do 2 before we do the confrontational one.
Really? Are you so eager to display your shallowness?
I was merely trying to steer the conversation in a more jovial direction. I guess I pissed him off. I am interested in heavenly phenomena. Let's go with this one.
It's been rather rainy recently, true. At least the rain drives the mosquitoes away.
Not all of them, it seems.
Okay, now that he's actually, you know, being kind of salty, we'll go with the confrontational one.
Other than saving his life?
Lucius!
Oh, please, let him talk, Aurelia. Let everyone witness the failure of Marcus Aurelius Cotta. The man who got himself captured and let his nephew die. The consul who had to be saved by a homeless runt.
To speak frankly, I think none of this is your fault. Saving your life was an honor. I don't agree with this. He got himself captured before I even arrived. I was simply doing what I was supposed to do. I'm just glad it led to your survival. You should be grateful. Your incompetence nearly cost us everything. Honestly, 2 here seems like the better choice. If I was playing a more arrogant character, 3 would be great, but we'll go with 2.
Soldiers follow orders. Commanders act. Perhaps in the future you can understand the difference and save
Apparently
more
that
lives.
might have been the wrong one. They're not happy with me, that family. Let's see here if we can get acquainted with these boys. Can I talk to Cicero first?
I've heard a lot about you. I am Marcus Tullius Cicero.
I've heard a little about you as well.
Is that so? Few people beyond the political circles would know of me. My reputation depends largely on who's talking.
Isn't that true for everyone? A man's actions are absolute, it doesn't matter what to say about them. We'll go for that one.
Yet our reputations are built on how others speak of our actions.
That is
not
true.
on the actions themselves.
So what do you do, Cicero?
I'm an advocate. I defend those whom others seek to incriminate. But I'm sure a career soldier such as you would find the topic rather boring.
Not at all. I'm fascinated by legal matters. War is not a career to me. On the contrary, it's a role I've been cast into against my wishes, which is true. True, I prefer action to words. I think the laws and regulations restrict our freedom. Yeah, war is not a career to me.
Then perhaps we have that in common. I myself abhor violence, although I recognize its necessity in some situations.
Are these all friends of Lucullus?
That depends what you mean by friend. Your patronus, Lucullus, is a consul. Many people would claim to be his friend.
That is true
There's
too.
a difference between knowing someone and merely knowing someone's name, though. Are we friends?
Well, at least I know your name. I would like to be. We seem to get along, I think so. It's not like you will ever be friends. Well, we've spoken like, what, 10 sentences to each other? I would like to be, but we should probably speak more before that.
Our republic is in great turmoil. We should all aim to gather around us as many friends as possible.
Vale, Cicero. Let's go over here.
That is absolutely unnecessary. I'd spend it all on farmlands. People need their food.
Indeed they do. But what good is food if it's obtained by illegitimate means? What do you think about it, Legate?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I seem to have walked into an ambush. Clearly my scouts have failed me. Drag me into this, whatever it is. I seem to have walked into an ambush, honestly.
Fortunately, I know you are good at handling ambushes.
Spoils of war. Unaccounted for and untaxed. Should they be used for development to feed the people of Rome? A simple question.
Absolutely not. Immorality breeds immorality. The means of something influences its result. Of course, the ends justify the means. It doesn't matter if you are morally superior when you're starving. It depends on the situation. If the people are starving, sure, but we should also punish the person who committed the crime. So, middle ground, and then the other sides. Honestly, spoils of war. What would this be? In this case. Honestly, depends on the
A fairly
situation.
strong answer, I'd say. No matter how much you try to legislate, the situation at hand will defy your expectations.
Meet Senators Marcus Porcius Cato and Marcus Tullius Cicero, who will be acting as your attorney tomorrow. At least I hope so.
Unfortunately, things have developed differently, my friend.
Oh?
I've decided to represent Tiberius Vitellius Scaevola instead.
What? Why? That's interesting. Why are you here then? Aren't we your enemies? So who will be my lord? Let's go with 2.
Enemies? Most certainly not. I am an advocate. I just represent my client in a specific matter.
Fair enough.
Certainly an interesting turn of events. But I've heard you talking disfavorably about the Witellius brothers before. How do you justify defending them?
What I justify hardly matters. I seek to represent them to the best of my ability, so justice can be served.
It is immoral to defend someone when you know he's guilty. If that's what the system requires, I guess it makes sense. Are you here to spy on us? Honestly, I'll hit him with this one. It's immoral to defend someone when you know he's guilty.
Most certainly. It would make you as guilty as they are.
Rubbish. As long as your defense itself is conducted by legal means, we must trust the system to produce the right outcome.
Legate, what guidelines did you follow when you had to decide the fate of that Triarchus? Why did you let him live?
Executing your captain in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea seemed ill-advised. There was no evidence to prove his guilt. I will not take a man's life on a mere suspicion. Oh, this seems like, you know, a rabbit's hole again. Sorry, not a rabbit's hole. What's it called? It's a saying, but I butchered it. There was no evidence to prove his guilt. I will take a man's life on a mere suspicion. Both of these are basically the right answer, I feel like, but we'll go with 2. There was no evidence.
Our feelings often point towards the moral path. I wonder, exactly how utilitarian are you in your thinking? I heard you had the opportunity to bribe a hired guard protecting a spy.
Stop interrogating the man, Cato. Not everyone must adhere to your high standards.
It's alright, Cicero. I did have that option. It's not comfortable discussing details of my actions. Hindsight is too inexpensive. This far from Field of Battle. We'll go with 1 here. It's alright.
Yet you did not take it.
Didn't have enough money to bribe the man. Loyalty both with Denari is worthless. I had better options. Loyalty both with Denari isn't worthless. How would the army work? I had better options.
No doubt those options were cheaper.
Well, gentlemen.
Yes.
This discussion has become too hypothetical for my tastes. I bid you a good day.
Bye-bye.
Wale, Kikero. See you tomorrow.
One final question, before I retire as well.
Alright.
You and your questions, Cato.
I believe if you wanted, you could enter the Pomerium fully armed. Why didn't you?
Because I was told to do so. That rule is old as Rome itself. Disobeying it would be to disrespect our society. I do not need any weapons to defend myself. Well, we followed the rules because, you know, they are the rules, so we'll go with 2.
Indeed. In betraying Rome, you would betray yourself. This has been an interesting conversation, gentlemen. I thank you for it. But now, with your permission, I shall leave. Welate.
Wale, Cato.
That didn't go too well, all things considered.
We don't have enough evidence to condemn Witellius Scaiola yet. But I shall try tomorrow at the Senate. Hopefully I can secure Cato's help. You should go to your villa. Be careful, though.
I'll need weapons.
Scaeola's thugs are still guarding it.
I'll need weapons. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. I feel like bringing weapons into this now when I'm in Rome is a bad idea, so we'll have to do unarmed. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Jupiter, don't get yourself killed. Hire some people. Just be careful.
I shall do my best. Return to Cineros when I'm ready to feast. Okay. Let's go and see if he's tasted all that he wants here. I think I've talked to everyone. Let's have a quick look here. I don't see any chat bubbles in this tiny house. I just realized the statues might not be too good for which. So let's keep that one in top left away, shall we?
You look tired.
Indeed,
Shall
I am
we
exhausted.
leave?
Let us leave.
So, did you enjoy yourself?
Certainly, this was fun. That's one word for it. I have mixed feelings. I hate every second of it. I have mixed feelings, let's be honest.
That is what life is.
Reclaim your villa from Scaevolus Lictus. Okay, where's the exit? Okay, it's over here. Villa Latia. Okay, there's actually a map of Rome. Let's go to our villa, and we might end up in a fight. It's gonna be interesting.
They look heavily armed, Domine. What if they respond poorly to our demands?
In that case, we'll introduce them to a fist. They won't. I'll be my usual charming self. I guess we'll have to improvise. We'll go with 2. They won't.
Don't worry, Cineros. Our legatus has many tricks hidden.
The more you say to alleviate my worries, the more they grow.
That's good.
Just where do you think you're going?
Home? Michaelis Scaevolos, man from the Gladiator School in Trachea, right? Just going inside. By the will of Consul Lucius Licinius Lucullus, Iodius have signed and relinquished his property to me. Well, I'm going home. I could also dig into him by saying that he's Scaevolos, man from the Gladiator School.
You have a good memory for faces, Legati. But I'm on strict orders not to let anyone in.
As of right now, those orders are null and void, Lictores. This immobile property belongs to this man.
Senator Cato!
By order of the Senate, the property rights of this legatus are approved. From this point forward, as part of Familius, he alone can exercise the rights of usus, fructus, and abusus. But nothing. That is if you want to see tomorrow.
As you command.
Not me, as he commands.
My apologies, Domine.
That was unexpected. Thank you, Cardo. I will not forget this. Apology accepted. See that this kind of thing never happens again. Get out of my face right now. I will strangle you with my own bare hands. We'll go with 1. That was unexpected. Thanks.
Your thanks are unnecessary. It was the virtuous action to take. Welcome home, Wale. Until next time.
I wonder if that always happens, or just because we were being, you know, nice.
I've missed you so much. You look great. Did you lose some weight? Are you eating well? Has he been eating well, Cineros?
He has, Domina.
Are you sure about that? You're the one who has been eating. Mother, please. I miss you so much, Mother. We'll go with that one.
Do tell your mother how much you missed her.
Almost as much as I miss my father. A bit, very much. We'll go with 1.
I miss him too. If only he were here to see you like this. Tell me about the war. I heard some of your friends died there. Killed by pirates. How did you survive?
I didn't. This is my ghost talking to you from the underworld. It was a war, Mother. People die all the time. Through skill and through luck, I'm glad to be alive. We'll go with that one. Number 3.
So am I. You can't guess how glad I am. But did you like the life in the Legion? Do you want to be a career soldier?
I loved it. It was the most liberating and exhilarating experience I've had. It was alright as mean to an end. I don't see myself being a legatus again. Certainly not another campaign, jinxing it. I like the political side of it. The killing, however, doesn't appeal to me. We'll go with 2.
They say the moment a man goes to war, his soul changes. Your father did not enjoy the legions either.
Domina, with all due respect, I guess the legatus has his own questions. Am I wrong?
How did Scaevolos people treat
Well,
you?
they were polite, mostly. Except for the fact they wanted me confined to this villa. I guess having me walking around the streets was too much of a risk. Once you were out of the picture. He had no reason to antagonize me, though.
Do you really think they would have killed me?
I do. And Lucullus agreed. It was a sinister plan to take over our family. But now you're here, and everything will be fine.
Where's Liviana? Is she supposed to be
I
here?
haven't seen your sister in months. Scaevola doesn't let her out of his summer villa. She's pretty much imprisoned there.
I guess that is our next, you know, mission to save her. Just happy to see Mother alive and well.
It's good to have you home. And for it to be our home again. Now that you're back, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Oh, listen to me. You just got here. Go on, take some time to settle in. Let me know when you're ready to get to work.
Okay, so we have some new quests here. Let's have a look at them. Talk to my mother when I'm ready to end Act 1. The education of Bestia to Bath. Bestia must meet Cineros at the Senate to begin his education. When we were on a campaign, Cineros agreed to train Bestia in accounting. Basically. We also need to go and talk with Queso. We agreed to have some wine. A lovely bouquet of red flags. Bestia has asked Khalida on what can best be described as a date. Kalida is lukewarm on the gladiator at best, so she has invited Daenerys along as well to help manage expectations. Okay, this is there's some interesting things going on here. We'll do the side quests here because as this says, end Act 1, which I assume is we're gonna leave Rome again, go on a different campaign. So let's close this. Let's get the skill points handed out because everyone has level up, apparently. And in my case, what do I want to go down here? Boosting resistances is not a bad shout, honestly. I'll be honest. Yeah. I think we'll just up resistance a little bit more. Get a little bit stronger. We'll move this guy down the protect line. Get the protect skill. Okay, so. Cineros, we can now do some more medic stuff. We can do Curse, applies weaken to enemies. It's just 1 turn though. Oh, but it's a 6 hex radius. Interference is a really good skill. Basically, this means that I can have him on the... I can have him on the second line, I think. I don't know if this is attack reach or if just, you know, reach. But basically, he'll either be very targeted, or he'll be bulking people from the second line. Either or. Should be alright. Could give him Slippery. Dodge will last until the beginning of your character's next turn. And no longer end after the first attack. Okay. That sounds interesting. Duel. I can challenge enemies and deal double damage. Okay. That's also an interesting skill. I kind of want to test it out, so we'll be going down this tree. Getting Slippery could be beneficial. Yulia, we're gonna get the steady hands, I think, first, because we have the interrupt, and this gives 100% critical chance, which means any enemy hit by interrupt will most likely just straight up die. And the rest of my party is gone because we disbanded the Legion. Now, does that mean that by disbanding the Legion, I lost all my men? Or will they come back on the next, you know,
Your
campaign?
mother has started catching me up on how the vineyards have been going since we left. The harvest was better than expected. That is good news, of course, but it also means we have a problem. One of our grapes produced a particularly good wine. It's an opulent vintage with a smooth finish. Quite frankly, Domine, it is one of the best wines I have ever tasted.
Okay. Surely you don't mean that.
But I do. And you know I've tasted a lot of excellent wines throughout my life. This wine ranks among the best of the best.
Why are you so surprised? Are wines produced by pure chance?
Winemaking is not an exact science. We do follow recipes, but we are subject to the whims of Dionysus. Every now and then he favors you, and you may produce a wine of this caliber.
Opulent? What does that even mean?
It means the wine has a rich and smooth taste. An opulent wine is a bold wine.
I see. These are not the adjectives I use for wine. I see.
Do not worry. Wine terminology can be weird and obscure.
All this
You will
sounds...
get used to it in time.
All this sounds like good news. What's the catch?
The question is what we shall do with this wine. It's certainly worth more than what we normally sell for. It's the best kind of problem to have. It might be a good idea to visit some of the merchants in the market.
I might be heading in that direction today anyway. I can talk to the Winters when I'm there.
Before you leave, there's a small thing we have to decide. A good wine deserves a good name. What should we name this one?
Needs a noble name. My nervous wisdom. Mysterious like Darkest Rose. Maybe something humorous. What about Killer of Dogs? Let's just call it Darkest Rose. Or honestly, I don't know. What do you think?
How about Endless Mirth? That's a good name. Very well. That being settled, you should go and talk to the wine merchants.
Finally we're back home, Sinrose, can you believe it?
I had no doubts. You've made everyone proud, and this victory is cause for celebration. I shall cook today.
I don't completely understand how we were allowed to take the villa back.
Our legal system has its own intricacies, which no one but people like Kikaro understand. I'm sure the powers that be worked their magic.
What should I do now?
I don't know. It's your house. Sit back and relax and let your Sir Wee handle things. Do bear in mind that managing an estate is no simple task, though. Now that your father is no longer with us, you will have to find a way to generate income. I think we should focus on the wine business. There used to be a lot of money in your vineyards.
I've been thinking about the Vitelli lately.
They have been silent for a long time now. Silence can be scary.
I'm not scared, I just don't like uncertainty. Criminals usually come after those who seek to expose them.
This time we will be prepared. Our current position is quite secure politically. Any foe should think twice before attacking us in our seat of power. I believe we're quite safe in Rome.
Vale. So we picked up another quest. I can't talk with Mother before I'm ready to, you know, finish this. Sit down, sit down. Honestly, I'm on the search for loot right now, I'll be honest. If I want to exit, where would I have to go? Oh, I can talk to the guy over here. Let's just start walking while I explore. Yeah, this is quite a big area, all things considered. Can I pick up the broom and beat people?
So glad to be rid of those lictors. Why they looked at me.
Where am I? Okay, I'm already over here. Good. Let's talk to Daenerys. You know, what are you wearing?
You don't like the dress?
It's a fine dress, don't worry about it. I don't think it suits you well. On the contrary, it looks cute on you. Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Is it normal in Rome for important people to make such shameless advances on their guards?
It's not normal in Rome to have such striking guards. I'm sorry, you're right, I should keep things professional. It's not for important people in Rome to do whatever they please. We'll go with one here. It's not normal in Rome to have such striking guards.
Is good we are not normal then?
So is Rome everything you were hoping?
In some ways it is. In others, it is not. City is big. I have never seen anything like it. And there are so many things to buy, so many different people. I love that. But there is a strange way people talk to me. Not because I am foreign, I think, but because I am woman. That I don't like.
Will you be staying in my villa?
I would like that, if it is fine with you. This villa is amazing. So many statues and fancy carpets. I love your garden. It's so lush and green. And trickle of fountain calms me down.
Have a good day, Daenerys. Okay. I think those were the only two people except for, you know, Mother.
Are you going to feed the horses?
I am. Is there something I should know?
Don't walk behind the grey mare. A few weeks ago, she kicked a stable boy and nearly killed him.
I'll be careful.
Thanks for the warning. Look out for the grey horse, it could kill an intruder. Okay, so I need to go to Senate, I believe. To meet, you know, Bestia. I can't assign anyone else, so we'll do it like this. Okay, so we'll begin the lesson. Now, is there anyone else in this area? Oh, I am playing as Bestia. That's new.
Good, you're here. Let us begin. First, tell me what you thought about my question.
I was distracted. Can you remind me of the question again? I could not find the answer to the difficult question. I was distracted. Could you please tell me again?
Certainly. I wanted you to think about the meaning of life. Yours or mine, it doesn't matter. What do you think the meaning of life is? The purpose of it?
This depends on who you ask. Glorious death would be Spartans, crush your enemies would be anyone you know aggressive. This guy, technically. Survival would be, you know, anyone that's struggling to live. What about gladiators fighting for the amusement of the gods? Honestly, for this guy, to crush your
And
enemies.
see them driven before you, and if you're a great warrior, won't you eventually vanquish all of your enemies? What happens then?
Without enemies to vanquish, my life would not have a purpose anymore. I see your point. Someone always prevents you from achieving your goals. We'll go with 1.
Then perhaps that is not the point of your life. Perhaps there's something deeper, more fundamental to live for. To understand reasons, we must understand causes. We must know the root cause of all there is and all there will ever be, the stones of which the universe is made, or what we call the first principle.
The universe is made of stones? The first principle, like distance and stance? Let's go with number 2.
In a way, those may be the first principles of fighting. Your distance and your stance change based on your tools and foes, but they are common elements to all fighting.
I find it hard to believe there is a common principle to everything. That sounds likely, but what is that principle?
No one really knows what the first principle is, but thinking about it is the first step in finding one's purpose. Opinions are divided. Some say the first principle is water. Others say it's wind, fire, or earth. What do you think the first principle might be?
Water flows, but in the cold of the night, I've seen it turning into ice. I've seen wind knocking down houses. When mountains crack, fire comes out of the earth. It is true. Everything comes out of earth indeed. Any one of those could be the answer, I feel like. So we'll go with that one.
And that is what Empedocles says. He believes any or all of those can be the answer. It depends on the situation or person. But I believe that to be a non-answer.
Can't all ideas be correct? It does sound like he didn't have his own ideas. Fair. Let's see what he has to say to that.
I agree.
Everything comes out of earth indeed.
Or maybe nothing comes out of anything. Parmenides said nothing can ever be seen in the process of becoming.
Having a philosophy
Things
lesson.
always just are. A process of change is just a trick of our senses. At any given moment, things are stationary.
Senses can be trained to become reliable. When I fight in the arena, am I not always in the process of winning? Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Maybe. But when you're running from one city to another, you have to first run half the distance, and then you have to run half of that.
Water flows, but in cold night, I've seen it turning into ice.
Do not think of it as water itself. Anaximandros says the first principle is fluid and water-like. It is the indeterminate boundless. He calls it the realm of the infinite, which is in eternal motion. When things exist, they become finite. But when they cease to exist, they go back to the water of infinity.
We like the basilisk. Our case makes things solid. I wish this exist cannot be trusted. We'll like the basilisk.
An interesting take on the tale of the basilisk. Indeed. Perhaps our actions turn our ideas into stone.
I've seen wind knocking down houses.
It is not about strength. Anaximenes believes the wind is the soul of the world, because it is the wind that makes us breathe and live. He also posits that all other elements are derived from air. Fire happens when wind blows too fast, yet water happens when the air is too slow.
He's talking about the breath that gives life to all. I've never seen that happening. I find it hard to believe. The answer that he would give is this, I think, but I'm curious what this would give us.
Maybe. I don't think a rock has breath, though.
When mountains crack, fire comes out of the earth. It is true.
It's more about the inherent movement of fire than the destructive force thereof. Heraclitus says fire is change, and as such, the only thing that is always the same. Everything changes. Nothing ever is. We are all in the process of becoming, and never stop. Change is the only common element in the world.
Does that have anything to do with fire? If fire is changed, that doesn't mean everything's made of fire.
It doesn't, but it means fire is in everything.
What do you believe the answer is?
Who knows? Thinking about the first principle is a way of thinking about the world. And only by knowing the world clearly can you know yourself.
By knowing myself, I can become a better warrior, and by knowing myself, I can know others. He would be more concerned with being a better warrior, I
Most
feel.
certainly, but that hardly matters until you know what you're fighting for. Only then you can trust your actions. Only then can you be a good man. Only then can you be free.
But I am a free citizen now.
Are you, though?
Oh.
A man who is not allowed to do what he wants. Can such a man be truly free?
No one can leap over mountains no matter how much they want to. I want to find my sister, yet I can't even look for her. I want to be happy. We'll go with 2. Want to find my sister.
Because you're free to look anywhere, but you do not know where to begin. Sometimes an abundance of freedom can be as restricting as the lack thereof. You may pursue your own happiness, but when it comes at the cost of someone else's, can you be called a good man?
In a world where everyone's selfish, what can a good man do? Everyone has a different story, everyone has a different idea of happiness. Do I have to be a good man? I'm curious about this one. Do I have to be a good man?
I think you do. You're a fierce fighter, Bestiatabat. You're ruthless and vicious, yet you have compassion, too. You are a good man who wants to make people happy, yet you do not know how. Happiness is the absence of misery. If you do not know how to make people happy, then you can try to eliminate misery. By doing that, you can be a good man.
I'm not happy no matter how many foes I slay. Can he who's not happy bring happiness to others? I will not be truly free unless I find her. I guess that's our answer.
Or unless you conclusively decide that you will never be able to find her. It is your goal in life, Bestia. Just like your sister, you are partly stuck in the realm of ideas. You will not be complete until you find her, or find her not.
I resented her for reasons that seem beyond petty now. Our father sold us both, but her price was twice as high as mine.
You were a child, Bestia. No one will hold you to account for what you thought back then.
Virtuous man should always be resourceful for his thoughts. I know I still miss her. Go with miss her.
It is only natural. Who knows who Serwa your sister is now?
Her eyes had the color of the sky, and she liked to sing. I miss her so much. She had a peculiar birthmark on her cheek. Do you think we can find her? I think that's our best option here if we want to find.
Do you want me to be honest?
Lie to me, Suneros. A virtuous man speaks the truth. Yeah, virtuous man speaks the truth.
What matters is not if you will find her, but what you will do if you find her.
You've given me, thank you, Magister, or you give me a lot to think about. You've given me a lot to think about.
Then I have succeeded as Magister. I can only ask the right questions. It is you who should find the answers.
Oh, we succeeded. Wow. Next quest. Vineyards. We need to go to the market. I don't expect there to be anything here I can, you know, loot. Can I go out through here? To the Shining Gates? No? I guess these are, you know, side quests that give a bit more backstory. The streets. Which is interesting enough, honestly. That a pool of blood? Probably. We have a few people here that we need to talk to.
3 weeks overdue.
News from Do you think a storm has taken them?
Don't even say it. That would be the end of me. I would be ruined. I pray every day and to all
A triumph has been granted by the Senate to the victorious Imperator and will take place on the calends of next month. All Romans are asked to attend.
Okay. We're informing about the. I need to seek out the.
Over here! Brother!
Oh, my sister.
Brother! It's so good to see you again. How have you been?
I've been well. It's good to see you too. Well, now that I see you're still in good health, I've been so worried about you. How is he treating you?
For some reason, Skyavola is treating me like a queen. I do not know why. Maybe he's afraid I'll be collecting information for you. I'm starting to think his brother Lorco wants me to be on his side. Skyavola is trying to keep his brother away from me. I may be able to use that to our advantage. I'm afraid we don't really have much time. They are tailing me, following all of my moves.
Who's following you? How did you know I'd be here? Have you been waiting long? What do you think Scable is planning next? Are you collecting information for me? You really don't have to do that. Yeah, we'll try and make her do less risky stuff.
You're wrong. I do have to do this. It's the only way I can help you work against them and maybe one day avenge our father.
Just stay put and not do anything. We might be able to get you out of there.
That's the last thing we should consider. I think I'm supposed to serve as bait, and something like that is exactly what they're waiting for. Besides, I'm much more useful to you as Vitellius Skyavola's wife.
Who is following you?
Lorco and his men. He insists it's for my own security, but there's something unsettling about his smile. I don't know what it is. I think Lorco is more dangerous than Skyavola by far. He runs all of their business, and everyone acts like they're working for him. Even my husband's lictors.
What do you think they're planning next?
It's hard to guess. He acts as if he's a man without any ambition. We both know that is not correct, though. I think they're working on something. Unfortunately, paranoia reigns in Villa Vitellia. They cover their tracks well and hide everything, even from their own people.
How did you know I'd be here? Have you been waiting long?
I sent her Serwa to stake out our villa. She ran and fetched me as soon as she saw you leave for the market.
Well, sister, take care of yourself and don't take too many risks.
Thank you, but I don't think I have a choice in that. I will send a Serwa to your kitchen door with instructions for where to meet me next week.
Is this another side quest?
Or is it just me?
It isn't
you. The wide selection of wines from Greece and Africa.
Special discount for ladies with blue hair.
The Collegium Pistorum is not what
Okay,
it used to
I can't chat with him.
The problem is Egypt. The conflict of succession is interrupting the grain supply.
Okay, let's talk with this guy.
Away. What brings you to the land of wine today? If wine is what you seek, you have come to the right place. My wine is much better than those of Marcellus Vipsanius.
The land of wine?
That's what I call it. This area of the market belongs to the Collegium Venariorum. We are an association of all the wine merchants in Rome.
That sounds dangerous. I'm aware my family has done much business with you.
Oh, indeed. I recognize you now. Welcome to my stall, then. Are you looking to sell?
Do you all produce wine?
Some of us do, but many of us purchase wine from vineyards and sell it here at the market.
What's special about Marcellus?
He prioritizes customer satisfaction at the cost of morality and the law. He lies, cheats, and threatens. In the end, he acquires the best vintages.
Okay, I have some wine in need of a buyer. Perhaps you're interested in making a good deal.
I would be very interested. But the rules state that I have to call the other merchants for a tasting.
What if I just wanted...
Each must have an equal opportunity.
What if I just want to do business with you, gather around and get ready for the best tasting of your life? Honestly, doing it auction style, if we're just gonna sell everything to one, is probably the best. Let's gather them around.
Exciting.
Although we might get in trouble with that other wine seller.
Brilliant. Exquisite. The best wine I have tasted this year. You know, your father and my father used to trade, but I do not believe they ever achieved this level of excellence.
I do not know, Quintus. It does have a harsh finish.
I would call it nutty. It's a really good wine, though. I could sell this for years. Dominic, would you consider a 5-year deal? I'm willing to buy a 5th of your stock this year, and another 5th next year, and so on. For each batch, I would offer you 1,000 denarii.
I won't risk that. Tastes change, and demands change with them. I'll pay you 3,500 denarii. Sure, it is less than you'd get from Claudius over 5 years, but I want all of this wine now.
I agree, it is a good wine. I will buy all of your stock right now, and I'll pay 4,000 denarii, more than Quintus is willing to part with. Half now, and half when I take delivery.
Your offer is generous, Vipsanius, but will you honor
It's
it?
good money. More than what Quintus pays, and you'll get paid as soon as I take delivery. In exchange, your wine will be sold at the best tavern in Rome. It's an offer you cannot refuse.
Why should I accept your offer, Quintus?
I am an honest trader, Legate. My father used to deal with your father before either of us was born. I will sell your wine to the best clients and pay for all of it up front.
Claudius, tell me why I should accept payment in installments.
The deal favors us both. I pay less now, and you have greater profits in the long term.
I have reached my
I'm
decision.
sure you've made the right choice, and that you know what's good for you.
So, because my guy is logical, we have a extra option here. I favor a steady income. Claudius, we have a deal. Let us continue the tradition our fathers have started. I'll send my wife to Quintus. Marcellus, present the best offer. We should make a deal with him. We'll try this one, actually. Your offer makes sense, Claudius, but consider that as the remaining stock of this wine vintage dwindles, demand will soon exceed supply, driving the price up. I must also factor in the cost of me storing the wine, so we'll go with 1.
Your business acumen is impressive. I agree to your terms and revise the offer. I shall pay you 6,000 denarii over the next 5 years.
Preposterous. You can't make a deal with these fools. Mark my words, you will regret this. I give you one last chance to change your mind.
Is this guy the, you know, the guy that was shit-talking? I don't like your tone, Vipsanius. Now get out of my sight before I lose my temper. Alright, if you feel so strong about this, I'll take your money. I'll agree with the guy. Having my house, you know, gain some money yearly would be nice for the next 5 years. So, we'll do it. I don't like your tone. Get out of my sight.
You have missed out on a great business venture.
I will make the arrangements at once. You will receive the first installment soon.
Sold our wine? Let's get going on the next quest, but I also believe there was someone else I could chat to here. Oh. Ah, they just returned to their, you know, positions. I was scared there for a second that I triggered a different quest. Since we are here,
Reward is offered for the return of a horse stolen from the stables of Proculus Sinicius Hilario.
Hilario. What a name.
It is good the smith Sextus has returned from the war. I've missed his work greatly.
He's working on new locks for me already. I've been asked to change all the locks in my Dominus's villa.
So Sextus is back to regular work.
I will attend to your health. Salve, Legate. Are you looking for medical supplies?
What if I am? How do you know I'm a legatus? Are you a healer? What if I am?
Then you've come to the right place. Tell me what you need, and I shall provide you with everything.
Heal wounds and injuries? Why aren't you doing this on a battlefield?
Every healer I know dreams of going to war with the legions. But bones do not only break in battle. Life in Rome can sometimes be a battlefield.
You charge people money for healing? I'm curious about that. It isn't really immoral to, you know, charge for healing.
I do not charge for the act of healing. I charge for
that's
the
what I
items
expected.
I use. My potions and bandages do not come cheap. It would have been fortuitous if the gods simply granted such materials. But healing is the art of mortal hands, and mortal hands need denarii.
Unless they're from that temple of Asclepius? The healing temple. They healed us a couple of times. What do you actually sell?
I have some linen I can spare. You could buy some if you want to make bandages. This bottle could also prove to be interesting for you. It's a concoction that works against the effects of many poisons.
A concoction that eases symptoms of poison. Is poison a problem people commonly face in
The
Rome?
machinations of the senatorial class can occasionally turn very bitter indeed. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that.
I'll pay 500 denarii and buy
Good.
some.
You should make sure to consult a trained healer in mixing this, however. The wrong application could turn ugly.
Some linen
Of
for
that,
fresh
I have
bandages.
plenty. How many do you need?
I have linen. I also have 700 denarii left over.
Linen is not so difficult to find, but if you do find yourself short on it, I will still be here.
Rather. I guess the antivenom is actually a recipe for for an item, but still, I bought it because out of curiosity. Let's see. Sextus is here. We should go and see what he has to say before we go to the Praetorian. What is this? Can I go here? No, I can't. Okay. This is interesting though. There's like a teleport thing. This is if I want to leave. That's where I spawned in. This is where we are. Let's go talk to Sextus, and then we'll go talk to Queso. But yeah, this thing is weird. If not, you know, an Easter egg of some sort. But I don't recognize it, so if it is an Easter egg, it's not one I recognize, sadly.
So you found me again. But you're a civilian now. Here you are, just another customer in my smithy.
My favorite grumpy old iron pounder. I suppose it was a vain hope that you might afford me more respect as a customer than you and as your legatus. I didn't know you had a shop here. We'll say hi and with my favorite grumpy old iron pounder.
Because you've never met any of my competitors, I'm sure. I don't suppose you're in the market for some carpentry tools?
You don't make arms and armor anymore? I let my survey handle such things, but I'll tell them to purchase all metal tools from here from now on.
A fine gift for this humble smith. For my service to your legion, I assume. Much obliged. Tell you what, I do have something here you might be interested in. Have you ever heard the legend of the Ancillary?
The Shields of Mars, of course I have. I think not. Enlighten me.
Well, I'm not much of a storyteller, but they say the Shield of Mars fell from the sky during the reign of Numa Pompilius. In his wisdom, the king ordered 11 copies to be forged. They were stored alongside the original in the Temple of Mars. I have come into possession of one of them.
Oh. You should sell me a replica of shield? If I read the original, I believe the legends prescribe that Rome will only stand as long as Ancillary is preserved. I do not have enough money. Let's go with 2 here.
Then, if you buy it from me, you should take good care of it.
You wish to sell me a replica?
Or perhaps it's the original. Who knows? But you see, even a replica, ancient and storied as it is worth a small fortune. If nothing else, it's an exquisite artifact of a bygone age.
Why are you manning this stall yourself? Shouldn't you have an assistant?
You are as savvy in business as you are in warfare, I see. I do have an assistant, my daughter. She is all I can afford. But today she is with her teacher learning history or Greek or some other such high-minded nonsense. The hope is if he fills her head with enough such drivel, she will find a wealthy husband so she'll never have to peddle my pots and pans again.
Okay, fair enough. I'll see you around, Sextus. I don't have money for the shield now, so if I find the correct merchant, I might be able to sell some of my supplies, maybe, or something like that. I should have sold it before I left. Just convert it all into money, maybe. Maybe that would have been beneficial. Let's see. In here. Hello, Queso.
You came.
That most accurate statement of fact. Surprised? I needed to get away from it all. We'll ask if he's surprised.
That much should be clear from the look on my face. But I really didn't expect you to appear here, of all places.
I've been looking forward to getting some alone time with you so we can romance him. I have an knack for appearing unannounced and unexpected. Why? What's wrong with this place? I have a knack for appearing unannounced and unexpected. That's true.
That you do indeed. And thank the twice-born god. Woman, bring us a fresh jug. My friend is still sober, and that's simply not acceptable. Now, what are we drinking to?
Honor and Duty, the beautiful women of Rome, the handsome men of Rome, the fallen, to my father, to wine. Honestly, probably do more than one swig, so first to the fallen in the campaign.
May they drink the finest nectar in the halls of Hades. That hit the spot. Another one?
My cup is empty and I find that question insulting. I can drink another one.
I'll tell you a secret. I can always drink another one.
Sure, you could drink a river.
Keep it pouring.
Oh, something bad about to happen to me.
And then I said, well, what can you say in that situation? Obviously, I asked, is that really a goat? Or a sorry excuse for a tent pole?
Obviously, sorry I don't get it. Laugh, what else? That's really funny. 3.
It was. I still can't help but laugh. You know what people say in Africa? Wine makes the soul come out of you. You're all right, my friend. You're all right.
Thank you, you're not so bad yourself. You've been to many lands, haven't you? This one's really good. Thank you, you're not so bad yourself.
I'm glad you came. Friendships that develop in war don't always stand the test of peacetime.
You've been to many lands, haven't you?
More than I could count. I've walked on so many different kinds of soil, seen so many faces, and broken so many hearts.
This wine is really good.
Marcellus Vipsenius is the best. Some say he's working on the recipes of the legendary Margot himself. Others say he smuggles his wine from Carthage.
Ever thought of settling down?
An amusing notion. Should I also get a wife and make a few little brats of my own?
A couple of tiny copies of you running around. Sounds fine to me. Not necessarily, but I wonder if you'll ever get tired of it all. I'll go with a couple of tiny copies.
Not me. I'm an adventurer at heart, and an adventurer never rests. Sure, life is full of pain and misery, but it's also full of beauty and wonder. You should endure the former and live for the latter. There's so much to experience still. To people like us, settling down is like death. Something you don't long for, nor expect.
Another jug, Domini.
That will be all, Soa.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you, Domina. May we perhaps retreat to a private chamber?
That's alright, I was about to leave. Seems like your handsome visage keeps attracting women. Leave us, but we're not interested in your services tonight. Let's see too. Hopefully it doesn't, cock block him.
I know. It's a blessing and a curse. Out with it, woman. What do you want?
I think I am with child.
Oh. We're gonna remain silent here, so let me guess you need money.
You are the father of my child. Future child. Don't you remember me, Aquilinos?
What?
That sounds like a scam. She sounds genuine. Is that true, Queso? She sounds genuine.
That she does. But I've never seen this woman in my life.
You told me you would not remember me. Afterwards. And I respected that in a way, but now I need your help. Marcellus Vipsanius doesn't like his girls giving birth. He's a cruel man. I remember how kind you were to me. My child deserves better. Our child. Even if you don't want to have anything to do with me, I want our child safe and away from this shithole. Will you save me?
How do we even know the child is yours? We could purchase her if you want. This kind of thing is up to censors to sort out. She is technically a slave, so we could purchase her. Well, I don't know how much this would cost, but we'll try and go with 2. Try and be helpful.
Perhaps we should inform the Kensos.
Quit bothering the guests, look here. These jugs will not deliver themselves.
We just pissed him off too. That's the worst part.
Quickly, Thawa.
The night has taken an unusual turn.
You really not remember?
I apologize. I don't. But I do tend to forget some things when I'm drunk. Still, I find it hard to believe I'd forget the mother of my own child.
Do you think she was telling the truth?
Maybe. Not entirely. Times like these, I wish Calida were here. That woman has a knack for spotting a lie.
I don't think you should get involved.
Probably not. But what if it really is my child?
What will you do?
I don't know what to make of any of this. I'll have to think.
It is your private business, or please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. We'll help him out here.
Thank you, my friend. That means a lot. You go. I suddenly have much to think about.
Okay, so things are becoming, you know, more complex here. I didn't actually see that coming. Now, this is probably the funniest part, the lovely bouquet of red flags.
He is our patronus.
Potential
Refusing his
problems.
request
We need to go to Campus Martius with these two. Let us go.
would shame us greatly.
But he's asking too much of you.
I might have wanted to stay and listen to that conversation. It sounded interesting.
I see him. By fire. Talking to his friend.
Let's find a way to let him down easy.
Wait, what is this place? Honestly. A park?
You came. And you have brought Daenerys.
Calidar is showing me around. This city is big. Bigger than I thought. We have seen many dresses. Some of them actually pink.
Hard to believe, but she was really taken by the pink dye dresses. Coming here was a good idea. It's nice to be away from the bustle of the streets. I don't know about this. Feels like everyone is looking at me. Yeah, she does have the seem to be shy, so we'll go with 3 here.
This is your home, Yulia Kalida. No one can take it from you.
What is this place? Why are you here always, Tabat?
Field of Mars is like a holy place for warriors. I guess everyone has a second home of sorts. Campus Martius is yours, huh? I can't even imagine staying in one place for long anymore. The thought alone unsettles me. Yeah, I guess everyone has a second home of sorts.
Maybe. I have spent so much time here. Some places cannot be left, Kalida. They live inside you wherever you go.
There! Stop right there! You're coming with us!
Please, do not make this more difficult than it needs to be.
Do you know these Landakai?
Aulus?
They told me you were back in the city. I did not believe it. I do not know what kind of god possessed you, for I do not know which of these gods is more foolish.
Mars watches over us here. Mind your words.
Why have you followed me here?
You are a criminal. You are a disgrace to our family. Because of what you've done, we all will be infamous.
Is this you talking or father talking through you? I care about my family as much as my family cares about me. Let's type
Only
one
I
here.
can speak for our family now.
Oh, did I... She murder her father? I didn't mean to kill him, it was an accident?
Kill whom?
Accident? It was an accident. When you drop a jug of water and it shatters, that is an accident. When you push your own husband down the stairs and shatter his skull, well, I believe they call that murder.
Okay, I didn't see that one coming. So you're doing father's dirty work now?
Father is dead. I think he died of grief because his only daughter acts as if she's a man.
Honestly, the Khalid answer here would be, or maybe he died because his only son is a pussy. I'm sorry, we'll go with 1.
Your tongue is as sharp as your blade. Indeed, I don't like playing with swords and bows, but at least I don't murder innocent men.
Bestia meet Aulus, my little brother. He's here to get me arrested.
Arrested? For what?
She killed a man.
I kill men all the time. When they deserve it.
Rome does not look kindly on women who kill men, regardless of how much the man deserved it.
Deserved? I didn't realize marriage was a capital offense.
I never wanted to marry him, no one asked my opinion. He was treating me like a server. He forbade me to practice archery and broke the bow you gave me. I wasn't even allowed to leave the villa without him, so yeah.
He was your husband. He's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants, and you're still not allowed to kill him. Yulia, please. I do not want to see you hurt. Surrender peacefully.
I have a feeling you're the one that's gonna get
like
hurt.
A threat, little man. Threatening the wrong person can get you killed.
What? Are you her gladiator lover or something? What do you mean?
Usually, what I say.
Stop it, no one's dying today. You know I'm innocent, brother. Move along, Aulus, or you will get hurt. Well, we'll try and go with 1 here. Try and de-escalate.
Innocent? I can't even recognize you. My sister was a kind and happy person who always...
Always protected you while Father forced you to become someone you're not. Kind of happy, I was miserable. Father wanted me to just sit and be pretty. If I remember correctly, there was something about this earlier, and she reiterated this story, so we'll go with
Well,
2.
that's life. We don't always get to do what we want. Do you think I want to run this family? You are a Roman. Act like one. You do what Father tells you to do. You don't get to be an archer, and I don't get to be a tailor. Get used to it.
I don't want to get used to it would be her answer, pretty sure. I don't want to be a Roman. This would be the answer.
Neither do I. Neither do I. I hate it when this happens. Don't. Just don't look at me like that. I will try to convince Mother. It is my turn to protect you. And if I'm going to suffer for that, it's only fair. We're leaving, men. Yulia, stay out of sight.
You handled that very well.
Why did he leave?
I was half expecting... I don't know how that happened, but I was half expecting him to basically, you know, realize that I can run the family and, you know, do tailoring as a hobby. He just wants to protect me. He's a coward. Let's go with 1 here for once.
Yet it looks like he doesn't know how.
Okay. So, do we have any more quests then? We don't? I guess we're gonna go back home and talk to Mother. And I guess we'll finish up Act 1. And maybe start some of Act 2. Let us head back to the villa. We'll have to see. There might actually be more side quests in the villa. I don't know. Daenerys does not have anything new to say. Doesn't seem like there's anyone here. Oh, never mind. Sinrose is here. Let's see if he has anything to say. You? Before we leave?
Have you tasted this year's
Dominate.
It's divine.
How are you doing with Bestia? Is he a good student?
It's certainly a different experience compared to teaching you and your sister. To a casual observer, Tabat could seem slow, intractable, or, dare I say, stupid.
But that was my impression of him as well. I don't believe he's stupid. He just has a very shallow worldview.
That would be a wrong assessment. I have found Bestia Tabat to be infinitely malleable. We're lucky to have him on our side.
How are we doing financially?
We're doing very well, actually. Given enough time and persistence, we can rely on the wine business solely.
Nice.
In fact, we owe our success in the political arena partly to our excellent vineyards.
Okay, so people wanted our wine, and that's why they're backing us up. Is that what he's saying? Because that is what it seems like.
Is everything well, dear?
And Act 1. Our standing is much improved thanks to my achievements in Greece. It's time to begin restoring the villa and expanding our business. I guess ending Act 1 here should be fine. I might need to go and talk to Keizo, but doing it in Act 2 should be okay.
They told me Lucullus is your patronus now. That means our family reputation will be restored.
That and more.
Lucius!
Salve, Claudiana. I wanted to arrive sooner, but we had work to do at the Senate. The villa is legally yours. The Trinity of Rights has been restored as yours and yours alone, Legate.
My sister? Finally, there's nothing I can do to take it back. We'll ask about my sister.
She's still married to Scaiola, and there's nothing we can do about that. However, now that you're here, I suggest you turn that into an advantage.
I don't know how we can ever repay you, Lucius.
There's no need to repay anything. You of all people should know that, Claudiana. This was not a transaction.
Still, I'll find a way to repay you. I think I did my best to repay you while repaying no advance following your service. As long as this guy is, nice to me, I'll be nice to him. Find a way to repay him.
I'll keep that in mind.
Is that it? But what if
Don't
they...
worry, Claudiana. No one can harm your family as long as I am alive. Everything will be fine.
Rome, sweet Rome. Quest succeeded. Now, what happens now with the start of Act 2? I'm very curious. Oh, Africa. 5 years quietly pass you by. I guess time moved a bit quicker than I thought. We're gonna have to go and look at the child. We have received payment for the produce of the vineyards. 6,000 denarii. What are we supposed to do now? We have no active quests. We have money now, though. We also have slaves, rations, medicine. So we
Good
keep
morning,
those.
dear. Have you slept well?
As usual, mother, I slept like an infant. In my dream, I was swimming in a cool river. A pack of house cats seems to be standing guard. I had a nightmare. There was a man clad in crow feathers. His face was upside down, with a mouth on his forehead and eyebrows on his chin. We're gonna go with
Cats
one here.
standing guard. Against whom? Will they stop the northern barbarians by their sheer fluffiness?
It's nothing but a dream. Dreams are meaningless. Maybe the gods are trying to tell me I need to be careful.
It is always wise to be careful. Speaking of which, your sister sent a message again. She wants to meet you at the marketplace as usual. Do not make her wait this time. She's risking a lot by doing this.
I don't like using her, but she's my primary source of information on the Vitelli. I went to War Mother. What she's doing is nothing compared to that. We'll go with one.
This can't go on. You must find a way to get her back.
Don't worry, I have a plan. I don't like this kind of unpredictability. I guess we'll have to improvise. Don't worry, I have a plan.
Whatever you do, be careful.
Anything else there?
Well?
Yeah, everything is fine, Mother.
Just come and wait inside.
She's under orders not to get too close to the villa.
Do you need me?
It just seems cruel to leave her out there on the dusty street.
I'll bring her a glass of wine next time.
Let's see. Sinros is chattable. The big question is, is Daenerys still here?
Gardening is the pinnacle of civilization.
Did I just hear someone say gardening is the pinnacle of civilization?
Daenerys had a stern talk with him, and it seemed...
Good morning, Domine. I've been waiting for you.
You look good, Sinros. Have you been exercising?
You jest, I'm sure. If anything, I've grown a bigger belly. The wine doesn't help.
The winery is doing well, I assume?
It is generating quite a bit of income, even though our recipes are old. The grape seed we have imported from Gallia produces tasteful drink. There's always room for improvement, though.
My sister wants to meet today.
I've heard Skywilla is taking good care of her. This unspoken and unofficial truce between our families is unnerving. But I prefer it to all-out feud.
We should visit Lucullus. I wonder what he's up to.
I can't think of a reason why he would not be doing well. I've heard Nasamonis is a land of forbidden pleasures. Alas, it's too far away. But speaking of our friends in high places, it might be worth going to the Senate this afternoon. Tullius Cicero is holding court there today. You might learn something.
Let us go to the market. It seems to have an appointment.
That you do. And I can buy some groceries while we're at it.
Okay. Now, it doesn't seem like Daenerys is here, I think. Unless she's hidden in one of these... Oh, is that her?
Do you need me?
Could be, but if so, she doesn't want to chat, so let us leave. And that's the main quest.
Damned crows and their indiscriminate defecate.
What a dialect. We're gonna visit the Senate too. Because he had... No, I should go to the market first. Yeah, we'll go market, and then we'll go Senate. Don't want to cause unnecessary risk, if it even, is a thing. Unless that means, you skip the Senate session. Sad.
Clean linen for bandages? Fresh medicinal herbs?
I'm looking to commission a painting for my bedroom wall.
Of course. I'd be delighted to discuss the details. What do you have in mind? Salve.
Salve, Legate. It is so good to see you after all this time.
Indeed.
I'm pleased to see you as well. Vitalis Lurko, congratulations on your election to the Senate. Can't say I feel the same way. Excuse me, but I'm here to talk to my sister. That's basically giving away that she's a spy. Or giving information. Can't say I feel the same way. Would be, you know, very rude. So let's go with one here and just be
thank you.
Disgustingly
It was not an
nice.
easy election campaign, but now my family has 2 men in the Senate. What brings you to the market today?
My sister, shopping. What else? We seem to be out of flour. Don't you have something else to do? We'll go with 2, shopping.
Surely you have Serwi for that purpose. It is good that you're here, though. It seems poor Louiana is harassed by some less virtuous individuals when visiting the market. She is talking to people she should not talk to. You never know where this kind of thing will lead. There are scoundrels and thugs all across the city.
Senator, someone just took your coin purse? He's running there! Look!
What? I didn't feel... You're right. It's gone.
I see him. We'll get the bastard.
Wait! No one has even been near me. Except...
Does stupidity run in your family, or are you exceptional this way?
Bitch! Louiana, stay here!
Who was that woman?
An old friend who has a habit of appearing exactly when she's needed. That's not important. Tell me what's going on. 1.
Thank Juno she was here. Both Lorco and Skyavola are very busy these days. I don't exactly know what's going on.
Why is he here today? Do you think he knows you're spying for me?
I think he always did, but never cared much. Something must have changed.
Where's Gavola?
I don't know. Disappeared a while ago. It makes me nervous. Skyavola might be the elder brother, but Lorco always creeps me out. He is smarter than he looks. Certainly smarter than my husband.
You must have seen something that can give us an idea what they're up to.
I've seen a lot of merchants and galley captains passing in and out of the villa, but it can't just be a new trade deal that's generating such commotion in the household. I fear they're planning something personal. Something big.
Are they treating you well?
Me? Oh yes, surprisingly well still. Skyavola is treating me like a queen. No doubt they're trying to turn me against my family.
Be quick, you wanted to tell me something?
Skyavola left a number of strange shipping manifests in the library. They are sending a lot of ships to Egypt. I have no idea why, but I may be able to retrieve the documents for you.
I'll look into it myself, but not take the risk until we know what they're after. Find a way to get those documents. This might be the opening we need. We'll play it safe.
I'll wait on your decision then. Wale, brother.
We keep on leveling up. Sextus, hello.
It's always good to see you again at my shop. Have you decided to buy that item we discussed?
I have. We made some wine money.
Fair price, I should say. Very well. The Ancillary is yours.
Thank you.
I cannot guarantee that it once belonged to a god, but you have my word that it is a good shield, and it will serve you well should you ever use it in combat.
I'll see you around, Sextus. Let's see, did I go into my inventory? Okay, so the Ankyll is a tier 2 shield. Critical chance and critical damage. I can restore shield strength with movement points. Okay, this is actually a really good shield then. 7 shield strength, you can replenish up to 7 with just movement. It comes with perks, or skills rather. Shield bash and shield advance. Okay. Okay, those are pretty good. Yeah, that's not too bad, honestly. While we're here, we might as well just level up the skill. What do I want to give her? We could improve brace, or we could go down the veteran. Having knockdown had so far been a good choice to just get someone out of the fight. I need to find Calida and talk to her.
Well, that's just a ludicrous idea.
But who says you can't make wine out of olives? My wine will be unique.
Olive
Have
wine?
you ever thought about the reason why nobody
They paid 1,000 denarii for him.
Obviously.
But you told me he wasn't very good at his work.
He's being trained as an actor now. Apparently he is quite good at that.
Then we should go and watch a comedy with him together, when he's
It's
ready.
been a long time.
How did you know I was here? Julia Kalida, you're a sight for sore eyes. It's so good to see you again. Rome has felt the same without you. Let's go with this
I'm
one.
afraid I need to cut our reunion party a bit short. I've received a message from the proconsul. He says you'll need me very soon.
I don't have no idea what you're talking about. Why would Lucullus send you a message and not me? This cannot be a coincidence with Lucullus' appearance. The documents Livia was talking about, and now Lucullus.
If I know Dominus Lucullus, he would have sent a rider for you with all the instructions.
There's no time to lose. Let us all return to my villa. Sinros, find Bestia and Queso and bring them to my villa.
Reasonable precaution. We may soon need their assistance. You should go ahead. I get the feeling time is of the essence.
Me too. Meet your old friends back at your villa. He did mention the Senate, so we're gonna make a pit stop there before we, head out for the next big thing in Africa. So let us drop by the Senate, see if Zero is doing something. Apparently he's not, so I guess that was just flavor text. No, there he is. Never mind.
Salve, Legate. What brings you to the Senate today?
I just wanted to observe the senators. As a matter of fact, I was looking for you. I was just walking around trying to clear my head, and I ended up here. Honestly, I was technically looking for him.
That's never a good sign.
Why? You think people don't like you? Are you in trouble or something?
Me? Hopefully not. That would be awkward, considering what I usually do. I tend to get people out of trouble, Legate. Providing the trouble is legal in nature, before you ask. The Senate doesn't have a session today. But I have to talk to my clientes regularly. That is why you can usually find me here.
I see. May I borrow some of your time then?
Of course you may. As long as you're willing to give it back when you're done.
If Senate rules Rome, what's the role of the consuls?
Neither the Senate nor the consuls rule Rome. Senators and consuls are supposed to be subservient to the people. No one but the citizens can know what's best for them. Public servants fulfill their needs and wishes. Senators should represent the people, not rule them.
What about Servi? They don't get a voice? What about foreigners? Don't they have rights?
They are subject to their own rules, and not everyone can simply become Roman.
What is it you actually do?
My duty to the people of Rome. In other words, politics. I am known for defending people's rights, too, when they need it.
Duty? I haven't heard anyone referring to politics like that.
That saddens me. But it does not surprise me. Our virtues are in steady decline. Many people enter the world of politics for personal gain, for the status it brings, all the money. We must work for the good of our society. It is the will of the gods, and therefore our duty.
You think the gods want you to be a politician? It is personal gain that motivates a man. We'll go with one.
Indeed. It is implied. Why else would they give us reason? Reason is what men and gods have in common. It is what separates us from beasts. That reason must be used for the betterment of mankind.
Can't people defend themselves?
They may, but most of the time they can't. Proper discussion of a case requires skill in rhetorics. Few people are articulate enough to be able to express their problems properly.
If you can't defend your own rights, you do not deserve them. Shouldn't you instead be teaching people how to defend themselves? I'll go with that one.
Instead? Certainly not. I teach people and I defend people.
Okay, so he says
and
he's doing
thus
both.
my duties are fulfilled.
Why would anyone need defending? Aren't the laws clear?
Our laws are by necessity not specific. That is how they apply the same way to all similar situations. There's an underlying principle for our legal system, an intention guiding each regulation. Yet every event is unique. Therefore, every case is one of a kind. Without a firm grasp of that underlying logic, laws cannot successfully be applied to specific situations.
Shouldn't we declare a unique law for each case if every event is unique? If laws are vague, how can you avoid committing a crime?
Laws should be generic, but not vague. A man can inherently know the harm he has caused, for all our actions are guided by reason.
How does one know what rights they have?
Prior to the writing of Lex Duodecum Tabularum, our rights were determined by the likes of Tarquinius Superbus. Now they are written down for all to know. It is not that easy, of course. Laws and situations evolve. But at least the rights of our people are not subject to the whims of a madman.
Okay. What about people who are not literate? How would they know about their rights? What's written down can be changed. Well, let's ask about the, illiterate first.
That is where I come in as a lawyer. Knowing their rights is a citizen's duty. But even those who fail at that duty deserve to have their rights defended.
I see.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss?
You don't really get along with Cato, do you?
What makes you say that? I'm actually quite fond of his company.
You don't seem to believe in the same values. He does seem to agree with your choice of clients. Yeah,
That is true. Cato thinks an immoral or obviously guilty client does not deserve defending. I disagree. We broadly believe in the same ideals, though.
People say you will defend anyone who's willing to pay, is that right?
A fair question. What do you think?
One should always defend the right case. Of course, it depends on the money, I guess. I'll go with
But
one.
that assumes you have the ability to distinguish right from wrong. Do you claim to have such a skill?
Not always, but you should not defend someone you surely know to be guilty. I usually have sense for it. You can't take the case of someone guilty if you do not intend to defend that person. Even the guilty have the right to an advocate, I guess, yeah.
I agree. And there's a reason for that. I defend people because I simply like the art of rhetorics. Furthermore, my defense tests the system. If I can defend a guilty man successfully, that means the system is flawed. A flawed system cannot be just.
So what do you think is right and moral? That means you're defending people for fun? We'll go with one.
Simply put, reason. We've been granted reason by the gods. I like the art of rhetorics because it helps me apply reason. Not because it gets me drunk or anything like that. An Epicurean would enjoy that in his misguided worldview. They believe life is all about pleasure.
We're going to die one day. We might as well enjoy life. Perhaps by pleasure they mean an avoidance of pain for themselves and others. Life is certainly not a brothel. Pleasure is selfish. Let's try two. Perhaps by pleasure they mean an avoidance of pain.
Perhaps. Your argument makes sense. But I still think you're giving them too much credit.
Will you teach me a few of your rhetorical techniques? While Cicero is good talking to you, let's ask and see if he will teach me some techniques.
Your understanding of the art is probably better than you think. Suppose there is a chest. Inside the chest is something you desire, but the chest is locked. Now I believe you would first look into your pockets and find out you're already in possession of the key. Logically, that would be the first thing to check. But let us suppose you can't do that. What other solution will you try next?
Oh, I can unlock one of these, I assume. With enough finesse, a lock can be turned without a key. With enough pressure, I can break the lock of the chest itself. Let's go with the manipulating, basically. Rhetoric or emotions. It might not fit this playthrough, but... since we're learning from him, I guess it fits in, kinda. We'll go with finesse.
Very good. A lock can be picked. Finesse and subtle manipulation is as important in rhetorics as in lockpicking. It is tempting to rely on facts and logic when you believe they support your argument. But in the end, everyone believes the facts are on their side. The way to change a man's heart is to stir his emotions. Weave a tale of woe. Paint your audience a vivid picture. Make them feel that you are right. If nothing else, pathos will keep spectators from being bored, and if you can hold a crowd's attention, you have already won. I have enjoyed this discussion, and I hope you have benefited from it. If you'll excuse me now, I have to talk to a client. Wale.
Okay, so it was definitely worth it getting here. We have learned a new perk. So if we go stats, as you can see, we now have 3 perks. We started with logos. We got Constitution through an event, and now we also have Pathos. So things are getting interesting, for sure. Now, this looks like they have changed the perks a lot, honestly. Yeah, I think they still have their same perks, so we shall head back to our villa and maybe start the next part. Sorry about that, had a really bad earring itch.
Have a good night.
Where why did I suddenly forgot how to speak? Let's out up here. Talk to Claudiana.
It arrived just after noon. The rider insists on giving the message to you. It appears this man was instructed to meet you here as well.
Salwe, what's going on?
It's good to see you again, old friend. Thank you for coming in such short notice. I have no idea. Let's find out. This is highly unusual and inappropriate. I hope Lucullus has a good reason. It's good to see you again, old friend.
Of course, my friend.
The message, please.
You must leave everything and come to Nazamones immediately. We're in grave danger. And I'm afraid in this case, we refers to both our family and Rome itself. It seems we have underestimated Vitellius Lurker. Although the little brother wields no political power of significance, he is the de facto leader of his family. An ambitious man who isn't reckless makes an enemy to be reckoned with. His friendly demeanor masks a molten core of vengeful desire. He still remembers how we dismantled their illegal operations in Asia. And I'm afraid he wants our lives in return. I have reason to believe Lurko is planning something big. My speculatores say he's preparing to remove me from my position in Nazamones by force and make it look like a local uprising. If he succeeds, Rome is likely to lose control of the entire territory, giving Lurko the perfect excuse to challenge the current consuls. We cannot allow him to go ahead with this plan. I need your help. Reconstitute Legio Victrix. I know they are still loyal to you. Then sail for Nazamones immediately. A battle-ready army will be the last thing Lurko would expect. Do not despair. Know that the sun is brightest following the darkest day. See this as an opportunity. If we can turn the tables on Lurko, we can at last expose him for the crook he is. I await your arrival anxiously. Your Patronus and your dear friend, Lucius Licinius Lucullus.
I could not find Caeso, but I've brought Bestia.
Do not worry. I'm here, Cinerus.
You're looking good, Bestia. You have recovered from our last fight?
The injuries were not a problem, but I still owe the arena master for all the damages we caused.
So these two ended up fighting and broke the arena. That's great. Who won? It's good to have you all here with me again. We'll go with that one.
It is like old times. I guess this means trouble.
There's no time to lose. Make your preparations for sailing for Nazamones in 2 days. Lurko's up to something. A proconsul life is in danger. Get Legion ready to sail in 2 days.
We should leave as soon as possible. But...
what is the case? You seem ill at ease. I want to know what's and why. Nothing's more important than this. What is the case?
I don't think I'll be able to leave Rome so easily.
Is this about a woman again?
In a way it is. Do you remember that seller who approached us at Marcellus Vipsanius's?
Indeed I do. What about her? Assume for a moment that I don't. Indeed I do.
Well, it turns out she was telling the truth. At least, partly. She was given birth to a baby girl.
You become a father. That's wonderful. Congratulations, I guess. Now it's not time for this. Congratulations.
Thanks. I guess. Apparently she tried to escape from Wipsenius, who incidentally is her dominus. The problem is, they're blaming me for it.
Did you help her?
Of course I didn't. If I ever decide to help another man's cell escape, I will most certainly succeed.
Why would they blame you?
She claims to be the mother of my child. Perhaps she is, or perhaps she just knows Wipsenius and his people are naive enough to believe her.
Why was she even running away?
Archelius Wipsenius has a reputation for mistreating his Ceraway.
Okay. So we can help him out here by having Suneros find a lawyer and get this sorted. I'll pay for the expenses. Your personal matters should never interfere with your job sorted out. We'll pay for this.
This may take a few days, but I'm sure we can prove these allegations have no merit.
Thank you, Nagate. I will now take care of our preparations. We leave as soon as possible.
Be careful, child.
Do not worry, Domina. I will make sure we return home safe and sound.
Best succeeded. I guess we're setting out for Africa. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed. This was streamed on Twitch, so that's why it might be a little bit different than how I usually do things. I still hope that you've enjoyed, and yeah, if you want to come and have a look, I'll be streaming on Twitch the coming week, at least a couple of times, so everything will be uploaded here. So if you don't have time to come to see Twitch or you prefer YouTube, it's all up to you. You can do what you prefer. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.